overview of our firm generally. We're a bookkeeping business, and I set up that side deal as a sole trader back in about 2010. Initially, I trained and worked with Sage 50, but in 2012, I was introduced to Xero, and my cloud experience began. All the work we do is remote, and if clients want to work with us, then we only use Xero and Dext, plus TripCatcher for mileage. The problems that we were facing and looking to overcome, because we are a very successful and growing constantly business, my poor brain was beginning to groan, and trying to keep dates and workflows was becoming ever more difficult. I worried about forgetting someone, or even worse, missing a compliance deadline. That really would, make me feel quite ill. I had spreadsheets for this and that, but nothing actually came together in one place. It was my poor brain that was overloaded, and it actually made me worry more and more, which kind of takes you away from being productive. If your head's somewhere else, then you're not actually focusing on your work. So I knew we needed something to rely on that was easy to use and provided us with everything in one place. Client details, services that each client has, compliance dates, and then somewhere to put special notes about clients, that we needed to remember, because everyone's individual, and it's just nice to have somewhere to capture information that is accessible by all of us. We actually were using Centre, and we found that the interface was not easy to navigate. And it got to the point every time we needed to add a new task or adapt it, it was a task in itself. You kind of really had to get your brain out of the work you were doing and completely into trying to figure out how this process went. And it was kind of back to front somehow. They explained it as being back to front, but I could never get my head in it. So we spent a lot of time trying to navigate, or when I couldn't navigate, which was a lot of the time, waiting for assistance from the help desk, or pleading with them, can you just do that for us because we're stuck. My team are young people, and they seem to develop an inner hatred for Centre, and they kept saying to me, this is just so clunky, so awful, there's got to be something better. And so I sent them off, and they came back with Pixie, and they were saying, come on, can we just have a look? Can we just have a demo? And as soon as we had the demo, I have to admit, I signed up immediately. Because it's so intuitive, and they'd already explained, get the CSV, get the client details out. My young girl employee, Gabby, she just got stuck in, and we were away immediately. And because you bring everything down on a CSV, it gave us a chance to do a bit of a tidy up, a clean up. So all the data that's gone into Pixie is really clean. And because it's already got lots of pre-set up workflows that were in line with what we do as bookkeepers, she was able to set up a lot of workflows straight away. Then once we got our onboarding session, we've had 2 of those, we asked for help with anywhere that we needed something special, a tweak or an adaptation for more specific workflows, and the help coming through is amazing. We got everything, and the lineup, what we've asked about, what you're looking to do next, and we had this roadmap. It was super efficient and so helpful. Yeah, it's been great. It's made it so easy to keep us organised with our work and compile all the data we need for clients. We've got the 3rd employee, Gabby, now, somebody who's new to the whole arena, never been in bookkeeping or anything before, but Pixie is so incredibly intuitive and user-friendly that she's done most of it. We barely needed to ask any questions of the online chat help, but the questions we have asked have been answered quickly and clearly. Pixie is a hell of a lot cheaper than Centre. You don't have to pay per user. And because we bought a year ahead, we get 2 months free as well. So it's a win-win all round. The advice that I would give to any other bookkeepers or accountants that are considering doing this, I know all the big questions are, if they're already using Centre or Accountancy Manager or whatever, oh my goodness, I've spent all of that time setting up, and can I face doing it all again? Honest to God, it's not the same. The setup in Pixie, because you can move things over easily for all your client data, you can do your cleanup, which is always required, but it's so simple because it's so intuitive. It's not all that brain ache that you've had with the other ones. So I would just say, bite the bullet, go for it, get signed up.